Imagine a world
where you can rest endlessly in the bay,
where you can combine freedom with unprecedented independence,
where there is always more beyond the horizon,
where you don't have to compromise on comfort,
in which you help to create a more sustainable and cleaner tomorrow.
We love sailing, freedom, and independence. The feeling of enjoying life in harmony, surrounded by nature and water, feeling the elements and following them, the sound of the wind and the sound of the sea. A truly addicting feeling. Visit the most beautiful places in the world. Feel the growing desire for this freedom and happiness that you share with your crew to never come to an end. Just like you, we are passionate sailors. We all share one common experience. The feeling of freedom at sea often comes to an end way too quickly. Most of the time, we are running out of essential resources, like electricity and water. Having to leave a beautiful bay or a dreamy beach to sail to an overcrowded marina because the battery or water tank are running low is an experience all sailors are too familiar with. Electricity used to be a big challenge for us sailors. With refrigerators, GPS, navigation, autopilot, and the crew's mobile phones and pads, the battery usually runs empty after just 3 days. We were forced to go to a port to charge the battery. The charging process had to be taken into account when planning any trip, or we even had to reschedule our trip when batteries were running empty earlier than expected. In addition, the mooring fees are very expensive in some sailing areas. This drastically restricted our routes, flexibility, and freedom. Today, this problem has largely been solved by modern photovoltaic systems and wind generators. These ensure that there is enough energy on board to meet our ever-evolving needs. If necessary, food and drinking water can be stowed on board for many weeks. Electricity is no longer a limiting factor. With the right equipment, nothing stands in the way of carefree days on open seas and in lonely bays. Almost nothing. Water is the final limiting factor on board. We have all been in this situation. Tanks almost empty. You hardly dare to turn on the tap. Standing in the shower, covered in shampoo, and suddenly the water was out. Just as electricity, water always runs out too quickly. Especially in warmer weather conditions, this can be an unpleasant experience. If you run out of water, your crew will have no choice but to go to the nearest, often overcrowded port to fill up the fresh water tank. And that's just about the best case scenario. Too often there is no suitable port nearby, and it can be very difficult to find fresh water. Ports are full, berths with water connections are occupied or not available, a tanker truck has to be ordered. Anxiety creeps in, stress levels rise. To make it even more stressful, the water quality in some regions is barely acceptable. The revolutionary water filter from Marine Infinite solves this problem for you. Let us set an end to leaving dreamy bays too early, and let us put you on your way to the next beautiful island. Or spontaneously cross the Atlantic. The choice is yours. That is why we have developed the Aqua X10 water filter system. We were looking for a way to multiply the amount of water on board, a system that requires as little energy as possible and is easy to use. With our Aqua X10 system, we have achieved exactly that. With the Aqua X10 from Marine Infinite, you can turn 500 liters of fresh water in the tank into up to 5,000 liters of usable fresh water. We found a way to multiply the existing water by 10. That means 10 times more freedom. No more need for water saving, but at the same time, you will be protecting the environment due to lower water requirement.
We created and tested a sophisticated system of different filtration processes, including membrane technology. This enabled the upcycling of grey water on your boat, which originated from taking a shower or washing your hands in a sink. Through the apposition of different cleaning methods, the unwanted matter in the water will be kept in the filters. With the Aqua X10, the water will be upcycled through a massive reduction until even a complete elimination of nearly all impurities, pollutants and germs. While you take a shower or wash your hands, the used water gets collected as so-called grey water. As soon as this grey water gets transferred, the cleaning process starts with a pre-filtration component for quasi-particles and sediment filtration. In this step, larger particles and sediments like sand, hair and grime will be filtered out by the system. After a fixed cycle time, the remains in the filters will be automatically washed out with a draining system. This pre-cleaning step is important to protect the pipe, the adjacent pump and the Aqua X10 system. The pump will now transfer the water to the Aqua X10 system. In this step of the filtration process, the pre-cleaned water will be pressed through a sediment filtration unit. Here, substances like tiny particles and suspended sediment load, for example rust or limescale, will be filtered out of the water. In the following step of the Aqua X10 system, the water passes the activated carbon filtration unit. The wide spectrum of adsorption, coupled to fine pores in this unit, cleans the water of organic substances, heavy metals, drug residues, hormones, pesticides, microplastics, chloride and a limited amount of bacteria. This unit also eliminates smells and discoloration in your water. The water is now clear and odorless. In the following step of the Aqua X10 system, the water will be decontaminated and afterwards get filtered through a membrane filtration. This happens in a component which combines UVC light water disinfection and a sensitive membrane filtration unit. This reliably deactivates pathogenic germs like bacteria, viruses, and a huge variety of spores. As a result of this multi-filtration process, the Aqua X10 system upcycles your water to a level of cleanliness which is 99.99% germ-free. On top of that, the water is also clean from finest sediments like coal, dust, decomposition products and endotoxins. This upcycled water can now be reused for your shower or your sink on your boat.
We founded Marine Infinite and developed the Aqua X10 system because, like you, we love the absolute freedom of sailing. Our product meets the highest quality standards and is developed, tested and assembled in Germany. But of course we deliver internationally.
Marine Infinite was born out of a dream of two sailor friends. We want to take the sailing experience to a new level for everyone and change for the better.
With every order, we support projects that cleans the ocean of plastic pollution and support fresh water for everyone.
With every order, we work together for a better tomorrow. Support our Kickstarter campaign and be part of the change.
The dream of endless sailing is getting closer.
Only you determine your time in dreamy bays.
Expand your independence and freedom.
Sail wherever the wind takes you.
Explore what's beyond the horizon.